So you'd actually start your journey in Hanamishisu, Yanagi, and you've got to make your way up to Nobioka. Now, Uncle did offer you work using your pack horse to take some stuff up there.
Happy to do that.
Question is, how much stuff does he have available? Kindly roll me some percentile dice, and high is good for you.
Okay.
He's got a certain amount of goods. It's a case of whether or not the rest of it came in. Not all of it, so he can offer you, I think about, it's 3d10. That's 142 pounds of stuff. So that's effectively 2 porters worth. So he's willing to offer you 1, 2, 3 days journey. He offers you 12 copper to take it up to Nobioka.
Okay. That's a fair price.
Jolly good. So you set out. Let's see how you do in your first day. First day passes peacefully. You're given that you have spare capacity on your horse, it might be sensible to use it for some of the other stuff you're carrying.
Yes, can do.
Because that will put up your base BMA. Yes?
It will. It'll bring it up to a total of 5, the best it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Yep. And your workhorse has a speed of 6, I think it is. So.
Yeah, it's dragging me with it. Maybe I should just load myself on it, tie myself off, and dangle a carrot in front of it.
Okie doke. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you do make it successfully to the docks. Well, yeah. Sorry. When you reach the gates, how are the guards feeling? You are stopped at the gates. They ask to see your permit.
I don't have a permit. Not unless Uncle gave me one.
Need a permit to bring goods into the city. Which saving throw?
Sure. What are we on? No. Even with my reasonable wit.
So that will be. Let's look at your horse. That's you plus horse plus 2 trunks. That's 4 copper.
Okay.
And he will write out a little script giving you permission to take your stuff into the city.
Arigato.
Okay, and you have directions to the docks.
Yeah. I shall head to the docks to see One Shoe then.
Okay, you find your way onto the docks. You get directions from a number of dock workers. You end up you find yourself at the door of a shack in which you see One Shoe and a number of friends from
Hachiro's not here, I don't think.
Yeah, Kyūryū is there. Oh my god.
Hachiro's
he's dead.
there.
He's at the castle in the flame.
I hope Hachiro's not in there.
What's Hachiro's name now?
Asakura.
Asakura.
That's, shows how long it is since I used this. Let's see, where's
There you go.
Yanagi's
We're brothers.
token?
No need to use a different token.
There we go. So,
All I've got at the moment's a black screen.
hang on a second.
Well, it's got a yellow edge. But...
That's weird. I didn't think I'd got light.
Try zooming it or scrolling it, Dave, see if it's just some.
No, I scrolled it. It's basically a black rectangle against a yellow background. Ah, there we go. Mark.
Sorry.
That's it.
Right. Let's just add. So name is Yanagi. Nameplate is visible to players, and location is above. Bingo.
He has a name.
He has a name.
Yanagi.
Okay.
Kyūryū immediately sees this new guy and runs up and punches him in the nose. I'm joking. I'm joking.
What do you mean, new guy? You've known him for most. You grew up together in the village.
Yeah, alright. Is this a local boy from the Hanam, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's another escapee from prison.
Just because you didn't get on with your family, Kinzo.
No, I don't get on with my father. I get on well with my mother.
I guess when we
He's a
see
complete bastard. And one day I'm going to punch his lights out.
when we see another kid from Hanam
Yeah.
approaching, we'll be like, "Oh, you made it out, did you?"
Younger than you guys. Just.
Well, one shoe welcomes you. What's with the horse? Oh, you got stuff from Uncle. Oh, right, fine. Well, if you unload it over there, please do so.
Okay. He said you might be interested in the horse and the trunk, etc., or could point me in the direction of somebody who would be interested in purchasing it.
Right. Well, not at this time of night, mate. So I'm going to have to find somewhere to put it for the night, am I? I don't want it crapping in here. Hang on a second. He nips on out. Goes and has a chat with some other people on the docks. Right. He's found a warehouse you can stick it in for the night. And the guy said he'll lock it up. But if it craps in there, you've got to clean it up tomorrow, okay? Righty ho. He does have contacts in town. He has excellent contacts in the merchant quarter, so he's no doubt that he can find someone willing to buy it from you.
It's useful. I'm also looking to purchase a physician's kit and bandages.
Looks around the rest of them.
If that makes any difference to who you might sell the horse to.
To be honest, no. Somebody who deals in livestock's less likely to deal in expensive gear like physician's kits.
It's whether you wanted to sell it direct to a merchant who needed a horse rather than having to pay livestock prices if you needed to replace a horse.
Well, I'll check and see. I mean, the merchants in town tend to be static and hire people to carry stuff from them, but there's one or two who transport stuff up and down the coast.
It's got a quarter's trunk and strong box with it. So,
well, that's also going to help sell it. Yep.
Yeah.
Tell you what, mate, he says, whispering. These guys can certainly do with a physician.
Kyūryū scowls at him through a black eye.
How did you get that? You just spent 2 weeks training.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Mate, that was a hard smack in the head. I got 2 weeks ago, to be fair. Still a little bit yellow, I guess.
Yeah, she did get knocked unconscious. So
Yeah, I almost died. What's the date, Dave?
1 second.
Last time we were over in a folder over there.
21 Kaminosuke.
This is the evening of 20th Kaminosuke.
We've just finished training.
You just had 2 weeks of training.
The 20th. Okay.
Yeah.
We were training.
Since you were training those 2 weeks, you were slightly disturbed by the 2 minor tremors that occurred, but you weren't involved in the Buddhist festival that happened. Okay, it has been very cold weather actually recently. In the 2 weeks you were training, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There was almost a half of that was sub-zero temperatures at night. Everybody's freezing cold. But luckily, there hasn't been any snow. Right, so what do you wish to do the following week? Wanshu says he will seek prices for your goods, and you can let if you let him know where you'll be, he can contact you to get your approval to buy or sell. Yanagi.
Well, we are
Well, the
currently,
goods are from. I guess I have nowhere particular to stay, so.
Oh, it's all right. You can stay here with the rest of this rabble.
Well, you know where to find me then. Thank you.
Well, depends what you're doing next week. They've just finished 2 weeks training. I don't know what they're going to do next week. The way this lot is spending money, they're probably going to be going off and spending even more training.
well,
I don't know about you.
Looks
I
inquiring
think
at
working
Kosa.
on the docks would be a good idea.
yeah, we're currently in between jobs, so if you've got anything to fill in, once it would be useful. Or if you hear of anything, more in our other line of work, that would be interesting.
He will available at docks and not sure whether you can find anything in your other line of work, but he'll ask around. Although, no, Kinzo did do a job as at the Lucky Coin Inn, didn't he?
He did a bouncer job there.
He'll
Kyūryū as well.
No, it wasn't Kyūryū, it was Kinzo and someone else.
He will see what's available. As far as he's aware, there is some general dock work available in the next few days. He hasn't got anything coming up himself for a while, but okay.
That would be useful. Useful. We can get us signed up for that.
All right. He asks Yanagi to come with him with his horse. Just you can leave the trunks on it, and takes him off down the docks to a warehouse. Bangs on the door. The owner opens it up. They exchange greetings, and you are shown a corner to stable your horse. He drags some straw out and puts it on the floor underneath the horse.
Yep.
And he says he expects you to clear it up tomorrow. And you return to the shed. You heat up your nightly rice and other comestibles. And he will break out the sake and pour you a bowl each.
Kyūryū cooks again.
Okay. They will all be delighted that it's not just warmed up, but some attempt is made to pretty it up and make it a little more tasty.
Yeah, Kyūryū's a decent cook. The rice is in little shapes of little pandas with little ears and stuff, you know, like you see on Instagram.
I don't think this lot are cultured enough to appreciate it, Kyūryū. They just mash it together with the vegetables and the fish and just down it. Right. So the night passes peacefully, and 21 Kaminosuke dawns with clear skies. Again, it's a cold day, but Wanshu points you in the direction of a guy on the docks who has 3 days' work available, if you're interested.
Are you guys planning on working for a whole week? Because if you are...
Until something else comes up.
Yeah, but... Where are we? We're in Nobuoka, right?
Nobuoka, yep.
What training is there in Nobuoka for the week? I'd rather train than work, always.
Okey-doke, so this is 3 Kaminosuke. Let's see what training is available.
Right, I still have some damage left on Asakura as well.
No, that was all cured.
Okay.
Asakura, you have the potential for 2 weeks training because this lot vanished off and had 2 weeks training in Shuriken Jutsu.
Oh,
Do you
that's
wish to
perfect.
do training for those 2 weeks? We can backdate that and see what's available.
Gladly.
Okay.
Yeah, do
So,
him first.
so what was available 2 weeks ago? Are you interested in the temples or the shrines or just the martial schools?
Just the martial schools.
Okay. The Flower of Hyuga School has classes in Senjo Jutsu, Calligraphy, Iai Jutsu, and Hojo Jutsu.
Suppose I could do some training in Yaijutsu then.
If you wish, you can attempt to persuade one of the teachers to teach you something else in that week. But if you wish to take training in Iai Jutsu, you can.
Just because I'm not too certain. What's the next BCS breakpoint for Kenjutsu?
It's every 5% you get an extra point of BCS.
Remind
So
me
you're-
what
you're
Yaijutsu is. It jumping?
No, Iai Jutsu is fast draw.
Fast draw, that's right. Because I've got
In
some
other
training
words,
in that.
If you are in combat and you have to draw a weapon, that takes an action. With Iai Jutsu, you can fast draw and attack on the same action. Never get involved in an Iai Jutsu duel. They're
That's
dead.
form of dual going, that.
Just checking because I've got some skill in it.
Quickest form of duel going. I'll grant you that. But so as far as Kenjutsu is concerned, if you can get that up to 75, that would put your BCS up by 1.
And how much would, because I'm at 72 right now,
Yes.
how much would that take to increase?
Well, effectively, to get it to 75, you need to go up 3%. Given that your skill is over 60, that means you need to get plus 6% in training. So your learning rate is 2, so you'd need to get to 4 from training in a school. Now, most schools, worth their salt, have somebody teaching who is higher than your level. They have a higher skill than you. They may have a Torimono, and they may have mastery. And if they're 6th level, so much the better. So you should get at least 3% from a school, more likely 4, possibly 5. So it's likely if you can get training in a school in Kenjutsu, you could get that 3% in 1 week.
Yeah, they definitely like to try in that case, if there's anybody willing to teach that.
Okay, so let me see who is available. Bushido, so that's the one I wanted. So if you go to the Flower of Hyuga School, let's just call that up. Flower of Hyuga. So this is 1 Kaminosuke. The people who are teaching classes this week are the 2nd senior guy, who is Ogasawa Shosai. He's teaching Senjo Jutsu. Is he a master? What was his skill in Kenjutsu? Kenjutsu. So you wish to persuade him to train you, correct?
Yes.
In that case, since he's already teaching a class, you get +5 for that. There's only +1 because you're the only pupil, so that would be +6. And you may wish to offer him a gift. What is your... You do not have any status in that school. So
No.
basically, you have to make a status roll in that school with +6, +1 per extra silver to persuade him. So effectively, you need to get a positive roll when you're starting off with whatever you roll as a minus. So on average, it's going to be -10. Okay.
So, what I need to roll?
So if
10
if you rolled a 10,
Yeah.
then you get +6 because he's already working and you're an extra pupil. And if you added 4 silver, that would get you the +10, which means you'd have net 0. Persuade him to teach you. However, if you rolled a 12 and you only put 4 silver in, he wouldn't teach you. It's a case of how much you're willing to bribe him, basically.
Okay. I mean, I've got 2 silver.
I mean, the other option is just to take classes in EI Jutsu there and build up your status in the school, so that at a later date you can persuade them to teach you Kenjutsu when you want, when you ask them to.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
I feel like cause it was 2 weeks. You said it was.
You have 2 weeks, and then if you wish to spend another week, because we are just about to start a week, and Kyūryū's already said he wants to do a week's training.
Yeah.
So you could have 3 weeks.
Okay, but let's just do the first week in EI Jutsu then, and then maybe they feel differently the other week.
Fair enough. So you're doing a week in EI Jutsu, and let's just check and see. Move that to there. Right. So the teacher of EI Jutsu this week is Okada Izo. So Okada Izo is teaching you EI Jutsu. He's higher level than you. It's bonus for you, yes?
Yes.
Jolly good. Now, do they have a Torimono in EI Jutsu? Good lord. They have a Torimono in Katakana up to 67. What's your current EI Jutsu score?
53.
So yes, there is currently a usable Torimono. So in that case, it will cost you 5 silver pieces for the first week's training, and you will gain a bonus of 5 to your learning rate.
Okay,
5
I would
plus
need
2
to
is
translate some of my silver then, because I only got 2 right now on me, but I got some gold, so...
That's fine. The schools are quite happy to give you change. Providing you're spending money with them, they're happy to give you change. Unlike merchants who charge you for changing money.
Okay, so that's 12 silver, right, for 1 gold?
Yep. So that's 14, less the 5 for the week would be 9.
Yeah, okay.
Okie doke. And that will give you plus 3.5% in Kenjutsu.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's training EI, Dave.
Sorry. True. In that case, that's plus 7% in EI Jutsu.
Oh, that's a big increase then.
It is, because your EI Jutsu was not above 60. It was at 60.
This is went to by 2 BCS. It went up to 60 now, yeah.
Yes, true. So therefore, that's plus 2 BCS, plus 0.2 on a physical characteristic.
And then the strength, as it's almost 1 hill. 1.
Okie doke. Righty-ho. And you can add Flower of Hyuga as a school.
Yep.
In the groups. So you can put yourself down as a member. And it is a 0.4 as far as status is concerned. So that week has immediately got you to group status, which gives you a BCS of 3 for asking for favors in the future. Okay.
Yeah, does that include the second week of Kenjutsu?
No, that's just 1 week of Iaijutsu.
Okay, then I mean the group increase. Does that mean that it's easier for me to convince him?
So next week, yes, because your status group status is now 10, so your status BCS would be 2 + 1 for your level, which is 3. So you have a base BCS of 3 to try and persuade him. Okay.
Okay.
Rather than 0. Now let's see what's being taught the following week. So let's have a look at that. So the following week, good lord, Iaijutsu is being taught by Niimi Nishiki this week. And there is also Eto Shinpei's teaching you teaching how to play the Hichiritsuki. Nobody's teaching Kenjutsu this week, but the person teaching Iaijutsu is a master of the skill.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely try to convince him then. So, if I could pay him 2 extra silver to add to the convincing roll.
Okay, so your base BCS is 3, plus 2 for the bribe, plus 6 for the fact that he's already teaching a class and you're an extra pupil. So that would give you a BCS of 11. You need to get effectively roll 11 or less on a BCS roll. Okay. So make your attempt to persuade him.
Oof.
Oh, nice roll.
Okay.
Nicely judged on the gift there. Okie doke. You can have a week's training in Kenjutsu. So
perfect.
Let's see what that produces.
He's already doing better than Ichijo because he always failed.
He wasn't very convincing.
Never was. If anything, he made himself look worse.
Okie doke. Now, Kenjutsu. Do they have a Torimono in Kenjutsu? They have one in Katakana up to 79.
For me and for the audience, which one's Kenjutsu again, Dave?
Kenjutsu is use of the sword. The katana and the wakizashi.
Yeah.
So, in that case, for this particular week, you would gain, let's get this right, +4 to your learning rate, and it would cost you 4 silver pieces rather. So that would give you +6 halved because your Kenjutsu is high, so that's +3.
That brings me up to 75 at least.
Nice.
That's what I wanted.
That puts your final BCS up to 15, right?
That brings it up to 16 actually.
Nice.
And so that gives you another 0.1 on physical. And you suddenly have a strength of 21.
Perfect.
And it gives you get an extra earned status, so your status is up to 2.
Right,
Okay.
in that case, Dave, he needs to buy a new bow.
Because he has a one-man hand queue, which only goes up to
Oh,
strength.
it's only got a hand queue. That's fine. In which case, it's still man rating 1, I think.
Correct, yes.
Hmm.
Okie doke. So, this second week, Kinzo said he wishes to work on the docks. Kosa, what are you planning on doing?
So I'll work with Kinzo.
So is this the new week now? This is into 21.
This is
21
Kaminosuke, yes. And so we have 2 workers on the docks. Kyūryū is going to be doing training. Asakura, what do you wish to do? Do you wish to train or work on the docks?
I think I'm gonna work the docks this time.
Okay. And Yanagi, do you wish to train for a week or work on the docks?
I'd happily train, but also conscious that the horse and boxes and what have you need to be sold, so I don't know whether Wonshu needs assistance on that, wants me to come with him or not. Can't exactly let him necessarily do it on his own.
Well, he suggests you kind of give him a guide to how good this horse is. Do you wish to try making a commerce roll to see whether you can impress him with your salesmanship skills?
Exceptionally good, of course. It served my father very well.
Yes, that's why you were left behind in the village.
Oh, really?
Somehow managed to roll twice there.
I've
Both
rolled
XPs.
twice. I've rolled the 1
Oh, the
and the
first roll's
20.
the first roll. So
Surely the first roll, yeah.
We take the first roll and
And why
yes,
that roll twice? Bargain.
He is in awe of your skills. In actual fact, he will double check the horse to make sure that you haven't filed the teeth down, or filed the teeth into shape, or painted it up to hide the grey hairs.
I think the horse sells itself. I don't need to do anything. With a horse this fine, can you afford not to buy it? That's what you should be saying.
Well, once you're scratching his head as to why didn't his uncle buy it?
The only reason is because he asked me to carry these goods up here and to save him the cost of sending one of his horses up. I said, I'll bring mine. There you go, Uncle. Don't worry about it. Take a load off.
Oh dear, he is overcome with admiration for this, the quality of this horse. He feels he should have no problem whatsoever in selling it. He will use some of those arguments that you gave him as to, what to look out for in terms of its posture and its hardiness and.
It's definitely hardy. I mean, the horse's name is Ushi, so.
Yes, well, it's better than calling it Laurel, isn't it?
Well, strong as an ox. That was what my father used to say. Hence his name.
Right. Well, no. Once you would certainly be an asset in attempting to sell it. Yes. If you wish to try and sell it, to sell it yourself, then he can take you to the various merchants. And he's happy to do it for you, but if you wish to do it, up to you.
I don't mind. I wouldn't expect somebody to do my work for me, so I'm happy to do the selling if you wish to just make the introduction.
Okie doke. In that case, he will lead you out into the city to visit some merchants.
Okay.
Okay. Let us deal with that first. Okay. So. How many of them are in? Okay, there are 2 merchants available. They are willing to offer you, 50% of price. Do you wish to attempt to improve that?
No, 50%'s fine.
Okay. So in that case, they will give you 50% of the value of the horse and the value of the trunks, etc. So if you have a look on the equipment price list,
Yeah.
and use the orange prices and just sort out what that is and add that to your sheet.
Will do.
So that would be 6 gold and 3 silver for the horse, for example, and so much for the rest.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Kyūryū, you were going to be having a look to see what training was available, correct?
Yeah, so that's all right.
Okay. There are no classes being taught at the Moving Wave School this week.
Okay.
The various temples are all teaching Bushido. The shrines are teaching Shinten. The Burning Flower Shrine is also not teaching any classes this week, though.
Is there anybody at the Moving Wave that might be convinced to teach something?
Let's check the Moving Wave. So, 3 Caminos. Okay. Let's see. There are, in fact, 4 of the teachers free. In fact, the sensei himself is.
And is he skilled in Atemiwaza, Jujutsu, Shuriken Jutsu, any of these things that I'm learning?
I'm sorry, he's the master of the school.
So
Are you questioning his skill?
What's he the best at?
The student on the gate is not impressed with your questioning of the skills of the master of the school.
Oh, that was out of character. I was asking you.
Yes, I know. No, at the gate of the school, when you ask who's free, the student will tell you that the sensei himself is free.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just say that I'd like to speak to the sensei, and I'll talk to him and ask what he would like to teach me.
Oh.
If his time is for sale.
Well, first of all, you'll have to try and persuade the student to waste the sensei's time like that. If the sensei isn't teaching a class, then it's because he has something else that he's going to be doing this week.
Okay, I'm sure I can talk to the sensei.
No, you have to impress the student, first of all, that it's worth the sensei's time to talk to you.
So what would you like me to roll on? Atemiwaza? Am I going to kick
What
him?
are you asking for him to teach you?
Potentially one of my martial arts, Atemiwaza, Jujutsu, and Chakti.
Which one do you wish to demonstrate your aptitude in?
Atemiwaza.
Fair enough. Make a BCS roll in Temiwaza.
Okay.
You can use that previous 20 from Yanagi if you want. A 16.
Yeah.
What's your current skill?
My final BCS is 15.
No, I'm sorry. The sensei is far too busy to waste time with.
Okay.
Do you wish to speak to one of the other masters?
Yes.
Okay, try and convince him using another skill. Because obviously your Atemiwaza isn't up to scratch.
I'll roll on Jujutsu then.
Okie doke.
Bit better.
Okie doke. Now, what's your status in the school?
The moving wave, it is... what am I on? Global status or what?
Your group status.
Group status, moving wave 21.
Okay, so that gives you a base BCS of 4, plus your level of 1 would be 5. So, since you're talking to one of the other teachers, you want permission to talk to one of the other teachers, you can add that to your skill. So, in that case, that would, sorry, you would add 4 to your Jujutsu. So that would put your final BCS up to 17. What did you roll?
7.
Fine. In that case, he will take you to see, let's see, who is it? 40. Kaminosuke. So that would be Ogawa. So you pop along to see Ogawa. He is doing some work at the moment, but is available to speak to you. What do you wish him to persuade him to teach you?
Well, is he a master of a Temiwaza?
You would know that he was.
Okay, I'll get him to teach me.
No, you will try to persuade
I'll
him
attempt
to
to get him to teach me a Temiwaza, yes.
Okie doke. So, he's free. So you need to make an effect number in your BCS. Plus 1 for you. Minus 3 because the teacher is giving up his free week. And then plus 1 per silver piece. So
Okay.
effectively, you are an effect number minus 2 plus 1 per silver piece.
So what am I looking?
So do you wish?
What am I looking to roll before silver on a D20?
Okay. So you're. Tell me what are you wanting teaching in a Temiwaza?
Yeah.
In that case, you would have to get an effect number, and you are at minus 2 plus how many silver?
2.
So that would make it even. So it would be straight BCS
So
roll.
I've just got to roll my BCS, right? Let me
So you need
take
15 or less.
2 silver off my sheet first, and let me roll this. Oh my days.
No, sadly, he doesn't think that you would benefit.
Does he still take 2 silver from me?
Of course, it's a
Oh
gift.
my days.
If you wish to try one of the other teachers,
Absolutely, I'm not giving up.
okie doke. So the other teachers who are free this week are, let's see, Moving Waves School, 41. One second, just checking something. I thought so. So, the other teachers who are free are Kawahiro. Kawahira is free, but you are more skilled than him. So basically all the teachers who are more skilled than you and Atemiwaza are either busy or not willing to teach you.
But this guy Kawahira, he might be more skilled than me at something else, like Shuriken Jutsu or Aya Jutsu, Karuma Jutsu, Nunchakute.
Let's see. Filter. Kawahira is a master of Saite, and he's a master of Shuriken Jutsu.
Okay, well I'll attempt to take a Shuriken Jutsu class from him then.
Okay, in that case, you would have to demonstrate your Shuriken Jutsu skill.
Oh, right, so. Okay.
This is the problem. If you aren't above the basic, why should he give up his
Yep, okay.
just to teach you?
So I'll pay him 5 silver then, to give me a +5 on my roll?
5 silver will give you +3 on your roll.
Oh my days.
2 are to cancel out the -2.
Aye, right, okay.
Okay. So your status BCS is 2.
Rolled a 6.
And you gave him, you got +3 on your roll.
So I needed 5 and I rolled 6.
Yes. No, he's not willing to train you in Shuriken Jutsu.
Right, I give up.
Okie doke. So, meanwhile, back on the docks. The 3 of you who are working on the docks can have 3 copper pennies. 3 copper pieces.
Is that per day?
Effectively, this first day you have 3. Because various people have been doing other things. I think tomorrow there's going to be another 2 of you working.
Yeah.
Asakura's been off. Yanagi's been off selling his horse, and Kyūryū's been bothering people at the Moving Wave School.
The other thing I needed Yanagi to do, possibly the afternoon after selling the horse, was to get the physician's kit and bandages. Possibility.
Sorry, my apologies, Kyūryū. You do actually get a week's training because you can substitute your group status BCS for your skill BCS. And in this case, your group status is 4, so your BCS roll is 5, and you've added +3 to that, which is 8. So therefore you can have a week's training in Shuriken Jutsu.
Nice.
My apologies. Okay. So let's do that then. Get it out of the way. Shuriken Jutsu. The levels greater than the student. Yes. Do they have a usable Torimono? No, because you don't speak you don't read kanji. So therefore you get +4 bonus to your learning rate, and it will cost you 5 silver.
Learning rate is 2. So it cost me another 5 silver.
Correct.
Jeez. So my learning rate is 2, and it's 4 plus my learning rate, you said, so 6.
Yep. So that would put your Shuriken Jutsu up to 8, up by 6.
Okay, that's put my final BCS up by 1.
Correct. So you add 0.1 to a physical characteristic.
Okay.
And you'll get another earned status in the Moving Wave School.
Up to 12.
Yep.
That's me done.
Okay, so that's 2 of you out of the way for a week. And the 3 of you, the 2 of you, 3 of you working on the docks earn 3 copper for for the first day. And second day. I believe we have one more
no,
person.
You've still got to do Yanagi's buying of a physician's kit, etc.
True. He's sold his horse and sold his gear. So the question is there a physician's kit available? And so physician's kit in Nobioka, 60% chance, and two of the merchants are in, so you have two chances at 60%. Do you wish to roll them, Yanagi?
Yeah. Appearing. Well, there's the first one.
Right, he has a physician's kit available, and that will set you back 7 gold and 6 silver.
Okay. And does he also have bandages? Save me going anywhere else?
It's likely.
I'll have a couple of bandages as well then.
Yep.
Ammo.
Fair enough. Deduct the appropriate coinage.
Will do. Thank you.
Remember, Dave, there were 6 bandages per unit.
Oh yes. So he's got
yes.
2 units.
Yeah, and there are 10 units in the physician's kit. Bandages, one new on the list. Bandages.
Before you ask, he apologises for the fact he doesn't have any healing cell.
Not a problem. Thank you for what you do have. Works for me.
Do you wish any further units of medication for your kit, or...?
No, that should be fine. Thank you. Deduct the cash.
Jolly good.
And that.
Right, let's update the diary.
The only thing I would ask one shoe on the way back to his house is, does he, if I'm staying here, what contribution does he want from me to cover food, lodging, etc.?
Oh, just I don't mind you staying. You're friends of Uncle, and you do jobs for me from now and again. Just cook your food. I got access to some sake via a back door, he says, tapping his nose. It's pleasant to have company, actually.
Yep.
He does not charge you for lodging in his warehouse, and he does get you find jobs for you from time to time. He and Uncle seem to be working together.
Understood.
Although I can't understand why you think, or you all seem to think, Uncle's a bit of a Scrooge. Okie doke.
Okay.
So, you get, as I said, the ones working on books get 3 copper for 3 days. So that's 9 copper. If you knock off copper a day for food, so that's 6 copper in total earned for those 3 days. That evening, those of you still in his shack Wonshu says he's been talking to some people on the docks. You know, the ones with the lightly coloured arms. And one of them would like a word with you tonight.
Okay, sounds fair enough.
Okay. And he will take you along to the Lucky Coin Inn. Those of you who are training are not there. Okay. Good. And you're taken into one of the back rooms. There's a guy there that you recognise. You remember the one who turned up to offer you a job working in the quarry?
Yes.
It's him.
Place called Sorry Dave where he takes us. I've got the name.
Sorry?
What was the name of the place we're taken to?
The Lucky Coin Inn.
Lucky Coin.
Yeah. Kinzo's familiar with the back rooms.
Yes. What's this gentleman got to say for himself then?
Well, he would like give him information you have on the Yakuza that you've come across. He's heard information from various sources, including Wonshu, but he'd just like to probe a little bit deeper. So he basically goes through and asks specific questions about what the guy looked like, blah blah blah. Was there anything particularly found? He's searching for information on both the times you've come across bandits.
Yeah, okay, I don't see any reason to hold back.
Okay.
So we'll tell him what we know.
Okay. Sake will be served.
Oh, good.
It is better than the stuff that Wonshu kind of gets out for the evening meal, but that's not really difficult. And he will thank you and at the end of the evening and ask if would you be interested in similar work in the future if they can find an appropriate target.
Yeah, we will consider it, certainly.
Well, that's all he can ask. He will bow politely and actually, because of this, he will actually give you his name. Ishidu. Ishidou.
Okay.
Okay. Previously, you weren't given his name. You were just hired.
Yeah.
But you have proven yourselves in combat and gained respect. Wonshu will quietly ask whether or not you wish to say anything to Ishidu about your encounters down south.
That's up to Kinzo, really. It's nothing.
Well, he spoke to you. You may wish to speak to Kinzo.
Yes. What do you think, Kinzo? Any reason
We'll
not
keep
to tell
that
him?
quiet for now.
Okay, we'll keep that quiet for now. Yeah.
Okay. Wonshu respects your wishes and does not mention it. Okay. That uses up an hour of evening, and then you return back. Okay, so I presume Yanagi is happy to work on the docks?
Yes, happy to do that.
Okay, so that for that first period, then you only had 2 days' work rather than 3.
Yes.
So effectively, you gained a net 4 copper for those first
Okay.
in the first 3 days. Well, you also gained an awful lot of gold and silver from selling off goods, but
Yeah.
And he spent it all.
And spent
do you-
it. Yeah.
well, fair enough. I'd be reluctant to think he spent it all.
Well, it's not quite gone. Most of it. No, it's pretty much all gone.
Fair enough. Do you wish to update your character sheet on
Been doing it as I've been going, so yeah.
Well, if that's what you think is, it's pretty much all gone. I'm shocked, I say. Okay, so in that case, the rest of the week. Let's see. Days 4, 5, 6, and 7. One shoe has work available, which pays 4 copper each. So you get a net 3 copper times 4. So that's 12 copper for the next 4 days.
Yep.
Do you wish to work the next day? It's your last day of mourning for Ichijo.
What do you traditionally do?
Well, you can pay a visit to a shrine and say a few prayers, but you could always do that after work.
Yeah, we'll do that after work, I think.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go to the Harvest Blessing Shrine and spend the day there in mourning for my friend.
Okie doke. In that case, those of you who aren't going there, there is general work available, so you can have a net 2 copper each.
Mhm.
And then the last 2 days of the week, the last but one day there is general work available, and the last day one shoe has a job available. So if you wish to work, that would be a net 5 copper for the last 2 days.
Okay.
The last day of Kaminosuke is actually heavy rain. There's dark storm clouds and a heck of a lot of rainfall, which messes up the Omisoka, which is the Buddhist festival for the last day of the year.
Right.
And so that is the end of the 3rd week of Kaminosuke.
And that's the end of the year as well, you said?
That's the end of the year. So
Does that mean we've played a whole year?
no.
No, 'cause you started in the summer.
You started 2 months in, basically. So you started if the end of the year is December, you started the campaign in March.
Oh, so we've done like most of a year.
You've done most of a year.
Wow.
You're up to day 300. And tomorrow you'll all be a year older. So you can each.
That's what I was trying to get at, Dave.
Yes, I know. So you can each add 1 to your age.
Yeah, age. Where's age?
Age is cell C46.
Could run to the kitchen to put my glass. So I'll go to the side.
What's the next month called?
Shimatsuki. SHIMA-TSUKI. Still freezing cold. It's been hovering around 0 for the last week. Above or below at night. So what do you wish to do? Those who have been training return that evening.
Yeah.
Do you wish to do more training. Do you wish to carry on in the docks?
Well, if we're just staying
Do you wish to return home and celebrate your birthdays with your families?
If the rest of the group are staying in town to work, I'm going to try to train. If we're going somewhere, then we're going somewhere. But I'd rather train than work currently. I have enough money.
Party leader, what are your plans?
I
Hunting
think,
back
yeah, trip home would be good. I think, just to, even if it's only brief.
Okay. What do the rest of the party think? Are they happy to travel back to Hanam for a day or so?
Sure.
Oh, I just realized I was muted, but yes.
Jolly good. In that case, unless somebody's saying they're not willing to go,
No, I'm willing to go.
you can set off down the Saikaido. Yesterday's storm clouds have vanished. You've got clear skies. You know what clear skies means in the winter? Cold nights. Okie doke. Well, it's 10 ri on the Saikaido to Hanamishisu. So given that I think the lowest BMA is 5?
5 it should be now.
Or
Oh, of course,
Oh,
Asakura has only got a BMA of... Unless you can persuade some of you to carry some of his stuff for him.
I'm already partially encumbered because of coins.
Why don't you spread them around a bit? And
Yeah, once you would be happy to take them off your hands. You wouldn't want you to be overburdened with currency.
But Asakura
it's a
could
problem,
offer
we'll lighten your load if it's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got plenty of weight where I can add, so.
Are you willing to carry some weight for the others?
Yeah, sure thing. What do they need?
I'll give you 30 copper, you can give me a silver.
I prefer not to just carry all your crap coins, like something else.
All I need to do is get rid of a few coins. I'm at 30.5, I only need to be at 30.
Well,
But if you want to
Hey,
handle like
once
10
you-
coins, then go ahead.
once you would be
Hey, once
happy
you
to
just-
change.
Change it up for you.
And once you've
Nominal
charged
charge.
me to change it up.
Well, you
Well,
give him
it's
31
bloody money,
copper,
a
he'll
charge
give you
won't
a
matter, will it?
silver.
Got that much, it shouldn't matter.
Alright, I'll give him 31 copper for a silver then.
Jolly good.
Jesus. Right, I'm
What?
unencumbered yet. Yay, I'm unencumbered.
There you are. He's done you a favour.
Sure.
And you say nasty things about him. Now he's got to get rid of this copper or it's going to weigh him down. He says, putting it back in his box from which he's been paying you for working for him.
Yeah, I'm happy now, I'm at full movement speed.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you wish, you could work 8 days for him and he'd give you a silver for it. Save you carrying all the copper. He grins at Kyūryū when he says that.
Kyūryū says nothing.
Sounds like a deal, you should go for it.
I don't want to work, I want to learn and train.
Yes, but when you're working for me, I can keep track of the days you're working for me. When you've done 8 days, I can give you a silver.
No, go back to
Pleasing some people. You're complaining about being weighed down with copper, and I offer you silver instead. I don't know. Winks at Kosa. So you set out. How does the journey go? Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. You travel down the Saikaido quite peacefully. Okay, it's a bit wet after all the rain a couple of days ago. But you travel down the Saikaido. Let's just get rid of that token. We don't need that. And the party reaches Hanam after a day's travel.
Right.
And
Spend the night.
To your families, I guess.
righty-ho. Yes, well, you are welcome, and you can all stay at home, although you will have to double up with younger siblings, etc. It is a day of celebrations, and everybody wishing each other well for the coming year. And they are all very glad that you have returned for the day.
Returned alive, yeah.
I'll give Mother a silver piece.
Okey doke.
I shall find whatever inn we've got in the village then and go and stay there.
Righty-ho.
You not got any?
I have no
Any
family.
family there?
Nope.
Ah,
No family.
Well, you have friends of the family, and you can be put up there. I mean, basically, the village just gathers together, and everybody just celebrates the New Year together. Even the kind of annoying bastards like your father, Kosa, Kinzo.
Just a question on the year and the dates.
Yep.
Dave, if I'm understanding. So you're not using the standard calendar from Bushido, the main rule set,
I thought I was.
because
We think
the
we are.
last month 12 in that is Shiwazu.
Yes,
Okay.
but that's
And then
not the
we're
start of
in-
the year.
Matsuki, which would be the start of the year.
From memory, no.
you have a look. A calendar somewhere.
Read my rule set out. That's why I was confused by the names.
Well, that's what's laid out. But my understanding was that the New Year starts at midwinter in Nippon.
Yeah, my understanding is that calendar doesn't start at month one. Well, so the year doesn't start at month one. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Offset. It doesn't matter.
No, I was just
Yeah.
double checking which one, so I didn't get dates mixed up. That's all.
Anyway, so
Yeah. Okay.
everybody is having a wonderful time. Fireworks are set off.
Jolly good.
Love fireworks.
Well, it's a nice dry evening. The skies are clear. The fireworks show up beautifully. You're all bundled up against the cold, mind you, but then that's so you've been bundled up for the last month or so. Uncle is pleased to see you. The abbot of the Temple of the Great Waters rings the bells to celebrate the New Year starting, and a good time is had by all. Let's see. Dumpty 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 dum. That is a possibility. Good lord. Lord Kanawa himself comes down to wish the village well, and he and his son observe the celebrations and are appropriately pleased that the peasantry are enjoying themselves. Fair enough. Okay, so everything quiets down. You spend the night in the village. All is peaceful.
Mhm.
Are you going to be going back to Nobioka, or are you going on holiday down to Miyazaki or somewhere else? Or paying a visit to the house on the rock, maybe?
Thinking where it was most
the house on
likely
the
to get a
rocks.
job, or
Pardon?
House on the Rock was a military school, well, like a martial school, wasn't
It's
it?
the martial school, isn't it?
Martial arts school.
I'd love to go there.
It was the sensei from the house on the rock who taught Udoka for Lord Kanawa.
I'd be happy with going there.
yeah, I'm just trying to think of somewhere because I think most of us spent quite a bit of money either like trying to train or at least been training, correct?
Fair bit, yes.
Just thinking if we should go somewhere to try to find ourselves a good job.
Yeah.
Either that be north or down south.
Job or... Oh, there was... when we sailed really far north, I fancied buying some pearls and bringing them back to sell them, like inland.
Or you could try selling some of your gear back to Nobioka.
Yes. Would we? Where are we? We have got some wakizashi.
You have.
Would it be possible to sell those to the armory?
What, the daimyo's armory?
Yeah.
Well, you could certainly try.
Make sure that we keep at least one though, because I kind of want to use it
Well,
once we get the missions.
Well, I've
too.
got 3 average and 1 inferior. So if we keep one of the average ones.
Yeah.
Okay. What's his name? Yanagi? Do you want to negotiate that deal?
Well, the wakizashi you stored in Wonshu's shack,
Okay.
so that you weren't carrying them around.
We'll have to fetch it then, won't we?
Okay. Well,
Yeah. All right.
Yanagi will point out you probably need to get a license to transport weapons down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
Well-
get that from the armory? Sorry, Kinzo.
I was going to ask Uncle if he's got any work for us.
Not going north at the moment. Yanagi took a whole load of goods up north for him. Let's see what else he might have. Possible. Let me just check something. Right. So. Let's find the right map. That's the one I wanted. Sorry. I got too many things stuck in too many places. You know the problem. It's not there, so it must be there. Okay. Yes, he does have something to take south. Not all the way to Miyazaki. Effectively down to one of the other castles. It's not Ima Castle. It's not Ohio Castle. Which one is it?
ones on our map, I think, aren't they?
Airo Castle, that's the one. If you have a look on the player's map, sorry, the one posted in his shack, that's the map of Central Hyuga.
Okay.
Ohio Castle is the one due south of Hanam. Then travelling further south down the Saikaido, you come to Ima Castle. Airo Castle is the one west of Ima Castle, close to the hills.
Right, that's not on our visible map.
Yeah,
Correct. You
that's
have
here.
not been there.
That's a good reason for going there.
Yeah, sounds okay.
Yeah, so you can get rid of some of that black that's annoying Kyūryū so much.
Yes. Colour some of it in.
Right.
How much stuff is there?
He has... How much has he got to send there? Oh, quite a bit actually. So that is... he's got £131 of goods to send there.
Wow, so there's 5 of us, I believe. That's £26 a piece. That sounds quite a lot.
It's going to slow us down.
Well, yeah, can't do much about that, can we? Yeah, at least we are getting paid for it.
Yep.
So we will take his offer.
Jolly good. Right, so...
That'll put me, I reckon, to BMA 2.
So what's your
Which is a
strength?
little bit on the slow side.
It's too slow, yeah. How much can you carry and still manage, say, BMA 3?
Have a look. Need to probably be around. That gives me about. Just do all these numbers. We got a bit more than that. That's too much.
Well, you can carry up to 42 without...
actually
my apologies.
about £14 if I get to. If I had 15, I'm okay. 16 takes me over and halves my BMA to 2. So at 15, I can carry and move at BMA 4.
Okay.
So that's
So that divided
11.
by 4 of us. That's £29 each for the rest of us. What does that do to us?
Let's see.
You should be able to.
There's a thing for goods, isn't there? Miscellaneous
Next being
items.
partially encumbered, but
I mean,
still
we say
leaves me with
£29
BMA 5.
goods.
So takes me now to BMA 5. That's okay.
Did you say 29?
29.
Okay.
Now it's probably going to hurt you harder because of your armor. How much is he paying us for this?
Ooh, let's see. So it's effectively 10. So it's 5 days travel. Getting back.
That puts me at partially encumbered, 75%.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let me just check this. So partially encumbered. 12. Right. So 5 days at 2 copper a day. 20 times 3. He's willing to offer you, as a group, 2 silver. There and back. So that's 60 copper.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Jolly good. We'll come by tomorrow morning and you can pick the stuff up.
Okay, we will do so.
Very good. So, the following morning,
This is the second, right?
this is 2 Shimatsuki, yes. The frost crackles underneath your warehouse.
Never mind, brisk walk will soon warm you up.
Okay, he will scribble out a an inventory and
Shall we have the correct paperwork?
correct. And he will travel with you to the customs post at Ohio Castle.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 3 right to there. And do his stuff. Off. No trouble whatsoever. He greets the Ashigaru who's looking after the barrier. They clap each other on the back, exchange greetings, and you've never seen such a smooth passage and signature and stamp of your inventory. It takes no time whatsoever to get through that barrier, so you don't lose any time at all that day.
Excellent.
So, how many are you travelling today?
We reckon we've got a BMA of 4.
So that means you can do another 5 on the side. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would have to camp out for the night if you are going to.
God.
I like camping.
You should be able to do it though. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh yeah, we'll do it for the one night.
Okie doke. Does anything happen over? overnight. Nothing happens overnight. However, in the morning, could I have a health saving throw from each of you?
Oof, no, not for me, you can't.
How many did you fail
I
by?
think that.
I failed by... yes.
I failed by 2, Dave.
I failed by 11.
I'll make it by 1.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Stop laughing so hard, Dave.
So,
Ah, there we go.
Kinzo saved, Yanagi saved, and Asakura saved. Okay. Well, Kosa, the chill got into your bones, and you're slow to start. But Kyūryū seems to have developed a case of the sniffles.
Right. Well, we'll find an inn for tonight.
It was probably the kind of sub-zero temperatures last night.
Yes. Well, crack on, Kyūryū. You'll keep warm, keep moving, and then we'll get an inn tonight.
Okie
You're a
doke.
tough lad, you can take it.
Fair enough. Right? Okay, fine. So the following day, you set off for Ema Castle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 read to get to Ema Castle. Your paperwork is checked when you cross the bridge over the river, and yeah, everything's fine. No trouble whatsoever.
Excellent.
And then you have to take the road to the northwest. 1 second while I reveal an area.
Oh, this is near the temple there, materially, and those idiots.
Sorry, polygon reveal. I want that's the one. You travel up the road. So you've travelled 5, which comes to 2.5. So that means if you're travelling 4, that leaves you 1.5, which you get an extra 50% on that, so you can travel 2. So 1, 2. If you push it, you can make the next village.
Yeah, we'll push it. I want an inn.
Okay. Kyūryū, you are not well when you reach the inn. Your reserves seem to have been kind of drained a bit, and Yanagi is also not doing so good. But you reach the inn.
Is there any benefit in me doing a massage on them? Is that going to help at all?
Well, massage will probably help Yanagi loosen up the muscles, but you can try it on both of them. So let's have a BCS roll on massage for both of them.
Okay. So.
What's the name of the village, please, Dave?
The village is called Katakura. 1 second while I just write it in for you.
All right, for Yanagi, we criticaled it.
Oh, nice roll.
Mm.
And for Kyūryū, he failed.
You'll have to teach me that move, Kosa. Oh, that was good.
It's only just a critical because we're only on 5.
Oh, well, okay. So we have the same skill then.
Okay, but
Yes, not
but
surprising.
it didn't do any good for Kyūryū.
No, we
correct?
didn't expect it. His is
Yes,
cold rather
his-
than muscle
his
ache.
sniffles seem to have got worse.
Might want to consider a hot bath.
You are. Is there one at the inn at Katakura?
Do they have a hot bath? No.
No.
But it is only 2 copper a night rather than 3 copper a night, because it's not on the Saikaido.
We need to take a day's food off the sheet as well, don't we?
No, sorry, yes. What if you take 1 day's food off your 9 rations left,
And
or
2
however many you've got
copper.
left, and also knock off 2 copper for staying in the inn tonight.
Okay.
Okie doke. Right, the following morning, Kyūryū, can I have a health saving throw?
I hope so. No.
Okay. You still have the sniffle.
Great.
How far have we got to go? Is it another half a day or something?
Another half a day or so. Yes.
You think you can make it, Kyūryū?
Oh, I'll be fine. It's just a sniffle.
Okay.
Just
You're
a
a
weather.
tough lad. You can...
I'm not have that.
Okie doke. Following day dawn, light cloud. There is ice on the water
Lovely.
outside. It was well below 0 last night. You were certainly as well not to be camping out last night.
Press on.
1 second while I just do some more reveal. So, travelling to there. 2, 3 rai to reach the castle. Your normal move is 4, so you can actually travel 6 rai in a day on the mines.
What's the castle called?
This is Achiro Castle. 1 second while I write it in. Might have to increase the
Reveal.
reveal. Let me just write it in. Nope, that went quite well.
A Cheeto Castle.
Let me just put those onto the map layer so that I don't move them. Right. So, you arrive at the castle. They appear rather busy. Some sort of military maneuvers or similar actions going on. So you
Okay,
you turn up to the gate. You declare that you have goods, etc., for the castle, and you are directed over to a waiting area till somebody can get round to you.
Okie dokie.
Fair enough. And it will actually be 2 hours before somebody gets round to you. When they do, they unload your stuff. Oh, fine. They just direct you to a warehouse, get you to unload it. One of the soldiers checks things off, and you're given your packs back. Told to hop it before you see something you shouldn't.
Okay, we'll hop it.
Okay. There do appear to be quite a few soldiers wandering around in maneuvers around the castle. So you need to get. Are you going to try getting back to Katakura?
We need to get back to Katakura. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Well, you are
Can't
definitely.
stay out.
You're definitely going to be travelling far.
Well, we're not loaded anymore, are we? So that'll help.
True. Oh, does your move go up?
Mine does.
Well, mine does. Does yours go up, Yanagi?
Give me 2 seconds. Tear it off there.
It probably will if he passes some of his stuff to somebody else.
Yeah, it'll stay the same unless I give some stuff out.
Well, what stuff are you carrying? You shouldn't need to be carrying much stuff.
So, yeah, I mean, I can carry a bunch of stuff if needed.
Well, the main one is the Kuzari.
Right, well, do you mind carrying that, Asakura? It's £10 of chain.
Unless he needs that for, as a weapon.
Well, you'll have to come and get it off you if he does.
He's still got his aura.
So you want to give that over?
I've got a
Or...
license for it anyway, so. Lucky you still got it, to be honest.
Well, you're lucky you haven't been searched at any of the castles.
It's not been confiscated.
Okay.
But do you want me to carry it then for you?
Yeah, I mean, if you can carry that, that makes all the difference to me. That's £10.
You might want to stick it in the armory, Yanagi.
Just change where the
Got a
X
license.
is, David.
Yeah.
Got a license for it.
How big was it? How many yards?
£10 is.
It's £10, yeah. The Kusarigama, it's asking for a specific yard distance.
3 yards.
Oh, the size
It's a
of
3 yard. Kuzarigama 3 yard.
it.
He's got aspirations of being stronger.
It's 3 yards, 3 hexes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get close to people. They hurt you.
Well, can I point out, David, that with you using a Kuzarigama, you use the Kama in your hand, and the chain then swings.
Yes.
So the Kama is still short range.
Yeah, I know, but I can just swing the chain and keep him at a distance.
Well, why not just use a Manriki Guzari?
Well, I could, but, this looks
This one's cool.
more interesting.
This one's cooler, exactly.
My main way.
Can I point out that a Manriki Guzari only weighs 6 pounds, 3 yards?
Yeah, he doesn't claim to be that knowledgeable in weapons or anything, or even fighting. He's one of these clever fighters that lets other people, do the fighting while he is clear, and then heals them afterwards.
Fair enough. So everybody wants to protect the cleric. Sorry, the Budoka.
Yes, his ability comes from the strength of his mind rather than the strength of his arm.
I would suggest you deposit that in the armory.
Once we get
It's only
back,
going to
yes.
get us. It's going to get you into trouble.
Not at the moment, it's not. Because I'm not carrying.
Okay.
You may find if we get stopped and searched, it may get confiscated. So you'll
Oh, well, okay. I can put it in the armory. I'm definitely not going to be fighting then.
Well, all you need to do is
2
get
hands.
a Manriki Guzari. You can carry that without a problem.
Oh, wow.
You're Padoki, you've got 2 hands. What more do you need?
Something that he can fight with at a distance.
Longer arms.
Longer arms.
Okay, so having offloaded your dubious cargo to some other poor sap who's likely to get searched, what's your BMA gone up to? Has it gone back up?
The maximum total of 5, because that's just how fast I am.
Okay, so if the
Because
party's
yeah.
travelling up 5, then that would normally give you 7.5 in a day. You got less than half a day, so 3.75. You can make it to Katakura, but it's going to be kind of late evening rather than early evening.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we need to do that. Can't stay.
Okay. Oddly enough, absolutely nothing happens on this stretch of road, probably due to the troops marching up and down it. You reach Katakura. Can I have a health saving throw from Kyūryū, please?
I hope so. Nope.
Yeah.
Your sniffles have developed into a
Oh,
Oh,
I lost you a bit there. Did you say fever?
fever.
Lost
Oh
you there, Dave.
no.
I'm sorry. Kyūryū's sniffles have now developed in.
Mr. Yanagi, anything you can do to help him?
Didn't have a look,
Seems
but
to
I
be
would
getting worse.
suspect he just needs rest. But I can
Yeah,
certainly
probably,
do a position roll.
Take a look at him, see what anything he can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a position roll.
Nope, failed by 4.
No. Some evil karma has obviously some sort of curse on him.
It wouldn't be the first one.
Oh,
Oh, let's see what it's like in the morning.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So if you would all care to knock off another 2 copper for staying in the inn in Katakura. And in the morning, Kyūryū gets to make another health saving throw. You must make one of these.
Come on.
Surely. There you go.
That's
40.
Okay.
Good physician the night before.
Yeah,
Your
must
fever,
be.
your fever has gone down overnight, Kyūryū. Obviously, Yanagi's work has helped somewhat, and you're back to having the sniffles.
It was nothing. It was just a 12-hour thing, boys. I'm over it. Don't worry about me.
good. Okay. Well, press on then if you're feeling better.
Oh, I'm up for it. I'm ready to go.
Let's crack on then. It's cold
Okey-doke.
out here.
So the following day, your move is now 5.
5.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 Rai on the minor roads. So that uses up 3 of your 7.5, which leaves you 4.5. That drops to 3, that doubles. So you can get to Ema Castle, and then you would be able to travel another. So that's 3 of you. Yes, you'll be able to travel another 6 on the Saikaido.
That'll get us to Uminasai, won't it?
So you pass through the customs post again. You're held up for an hour, so you can travel another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could get to there if you wanted. Otherwise, you can stop at Uminasai.
We'll stop short at Uminasai.
Okay. And your journey is peaceful. That wasn't stretching your journey, so following morning, can I have another health roll from...
Yep, you broke up at the end there, but I think you meant me.
Sorry, my
Yeah.
apologies to
That's
Kyūryū.
okay. Yes, come on.
Okay, you're over your sniffles, Kyūryū.
Told you, boys.
Obviously, Yanagi's work had a lasting effect.
Constitution of the gods.
So, the following day... Aha. You travel to about that point, and you come across some bodies by the side of the road.
Oh,
What do they look like?
They look like porters.
Any goods about? Just dead bodies.
Not that
No.
you can see.
Yeah, firstly, are they dead bodies or are they just lying there
Yeah.
injured? Or is any of them alive? Or any of them alive?
No.
Okay.
There were, in fact, 3 of them.
Okay.
What's killed them?
Yeah.
Looks
sword
like a
cuts or something?
mixture. Looks like a mixture of arrows, physical violence, and slit throats.
Oh,
So somebody beat them up, and then their throats have been. Those who didn't succumb to arrow fire had their throats split.
this looks like the work of bandits, eh?
Yeah.
Do we want to go and poke our noses in, guys? You think?
Absolutely, yeah. If this is bandits,
Yeah,
we're
make
gonna
sure we
have to have a look around.
Well,
Okay.
First of all, we'll have to see if we can track them first. Good.
Yeah.
That's the question, isn't it?
Who's the
That's
tracker?
problem is. Well, yeah, I know a bit about it, but
Let's see it
it's just
then.
like a hobby. Just a hobby. Yeah, I'm struggling. It's not easy. The ground's so hard, it's not leaving many tracks.
It's frozen solid. Yeah. And any tracks that were left in the frost have melted away.
I'm covered over by fresh snow, yeah, no. Okay.
Oh, no, it's not
Okay.
snowed yet. Yes?
Is there any paperwork on these guys?
No. And their baggage seems to be searched for anything of value.
Is there anything
like
left, or
coins.
has everything been taken? Has their goods been taken?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are no trunks. There are no carrying poles. There are no furoshiki sacks. It's just the bodies, and anything of value has been taken from them. There are no arrows. There are just wounds of arrows. Somebody's obviously recovered what arrows weren't broken. In fact, they've recovered the arrows that were broken as well.
In that case, we need to
Okay.
go to the next village and report this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fancy trekking about in this weather.
So we're gonna go to Kajimasu.
Yeah, I think I have to go to the next village.
Should we
just
should we
in case.
hide the bodies somewhere off the side of the road so that they don't get disturbed?
No, we'll leave them where they are.
Agitate there.
Okay. You arrive at Kanjimasu.
Right, find the local samurai and
Yeah.
report the bandit attack, or what appears to be
Yeah.
an attack. Just that.
Okay, you report you find an Ashigaru compound, and he will summon his master, and it is reported. Let me just check something.
Maybe we just throw in quickly, just since you seem to be having problems with these bandits, we happen to just be masterful bandit killers as well.
We are
only
expert
lost one
bandit
person, so-
hunters.
Okay, the samurai in Kanjimasu village. Let me just check. As Lord Kurasuki Enzen, hears what you say and instructs Headman to summon a couple of names. And does he ask you to go back with him? It's a possibility. No, he doesn't ask you to go back. If you wish to go back, it's clear you'd be welcome to show him where it is, but you left the bodies out in the open, so they should be relatively easy to spot. So, do you wish to go back with him or not?
Yes, I think we
Yeah, I
should.
think so.
Yeah, just even if it's to help make sure that he's safe, because we know there's bandits about.
Okay. He has 3 Ashigaru and 2 villagers with him, as well as an Etta. Okay, the Etta's pulling a cart. You travel back to the site of the massacre, and he instructs his men to try and spot where these renegades are. One of them thinks that they headed towards Kanjimatsu along the... Well, he's completely nonplussed.
Yes.
The other one...
I think those are our tracks.
Ah, yes, those are your tracks, yes.
Easy mistake to make, yes.
Yes. And the other one has found some tracks heading towards the northwest. And the Lord will be taking his men in that direction. Do you wish to accompany?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
I'm not sure, lads. I mean, the local lord's taking his men in. Is there any need for us to get involved?
Yes.
I've never missed to
Bushido.
see.
I'm not
Maybe
level
we
2 yet.
ran into this. Yeah, we could have had this giant camp of like 30 bandits. Maybe they need our help.
Dave, just quickly, while they were looking for the tracks, I'll help the villagers and the Etta load the bodies onto the cart.
Okay.
And while doing that, I shall pass a copper to the Etta for his trouble.
Oh. He is overwhelmed and with gratitude. He makes sure he doesn't touch you when he accepts the coin, and wishes blessings on you and your wife and family and your children and everyone associated with you.
Not required, just make sure the porters are treated with respect.
Of course.
What's an Etta then?
Etta are basically the lowest members of society. They are not regarded as peasants. They are lower. They're lower even than merchants.
Basically slaves.
No, they're not slaves.
slaves.
They're totally free. They just have to live in the
Like
Etta
just-
village.
They're just the lowest caste, basically.
Yeah,
Lowest
Got all the
caste,
shit
yeah,
jobs.
Yes, they kind of pick up everybody's night soil and cart it away to the fields for.
Handle bodies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they're the ones who do most of the torture and deal with dead bodies for the temples and the shrines and
Etta
so
is
on.
the name of their caste, and it's the
The
lowest.
Etta is the caste.
Yes.
Got you. Got you. That's caste with an E, isn't it?
Yes.
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 So the trackers head off towards the northwest. And find themselves going into hills.
Let's go.
And yes, the Lord will continue.
So who's leading this? Is it actually one of the samurai, or is it just a...
Yes, it's
I
Kurosaki
reckon.
Ensign.
Okay.
Plus his 3 Ashigaru. And you find yourselves venturing deeper into the hills. Now, at this point, the trackers get to make another tracking. And they have lost the tracks.
Let me have a look.
Have a look, will you?
Oops. What's going on? Sorry, having a bit of a coordination problem here. Inability to type. No, that doesn't make it. Okay.
The Lord is very put out.
Are there any trees to climb?
There are the occasional tree, the occasional bush.
Can I try
It's
Climb
an
the
area of
tallest tree
hill.
for a look around, for an elevated view?
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to make... Is there a climbing roll, or...?
No, it's quite safe. You pick an easy tree to climb that gets you to the height you want, so you can climb it quite happily.
Okay. Survey the area. Do I see anything, any signs of anyone?
You have a look on the around, and you roll a d20. Yes, it's very good scenery. Pretty much this bit's unspoilt.
Very nice. No signs of any footprints in the frost or the...
No, no. This is later in the day. The frost has burnt off. But no. The trackers think that somebody has been masking tracks.
Cunning.
So somewhere in this region of hill, they think there are bandits, but it's getting late in the day for such a time-consuming task as finding bandits. So the Lord will state that he is returning and going to stop in at Uminasai and talk to the Lord of that village, and they will agree a joint search of the hills at some future date, possibly. And we'll head south.
So what are we going to do from here?
Shaving another area of Lackawanna. The map. Okay. So you head south to Uminasai. And he and his Ashigaru head to the compound. He instructs his peasants to go and stay at the inn, and tells you to go and stay there too. He will see that you're fed and sheltered for letting him know of this problem.
Good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So you don't need to spend any money.
We would like to, well, I don't speak for all of us, but I think I would certainly like to join in the quest for hunting bandits. Hunting bandits is what we do. We take great pleasure in taking the scumbags out, so if you would have us join your search, or me, I speak not for everyone, but I would like to join you.
He will compliment you on having a proper attitude. He and the local lord will determine what is to happen.
Anything I can help with, just ask.
Doesn't appear particularly interested in your offer. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Alright then, Mr. Lord. Just trying to be nice because you're the Lord and that.
You are not addressing him like that.
No, that was out of
Good.
character. I'm being very polite.
Instances.
Well, of course.
Yeah, just keep your mouth shut. It's the best thing to do.
Okay, so he disappears off local samurai's compound. You stop in the inn. You pass the word on to those in the inn. There is horror at deaths on the Saikaido. Yes, the fact that bandits are acting in this area, they do not expect to last. The Saikaido is the main commercial thoroughfare. They must have a death wish if they're doing this. Okay.
I'm not sure it's worth us hanging around, guys, to be honest. If the local lords are involved in hunting them down.
Yeah, it seems like they're gathering quite a few people for this now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much in it for us.
Okay.
I suggest we press on home.
I agree.
Kyūryū is sad. He wanted to fight bandits.
You can take a temporary leave from the group, it's not a problem.
The guy didn't seem interested in me joining, to be fair.
No.
No.
Right. And I don't think we'll get anything out of it.
I was thinking of the Budo.
There'll be other opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Another thing we've still yet to investigate is these crystals and how we get them turned into magic weapons and armor.
We probably have to go up to the, was it Temple of the Flame or what it was called?
No, I don't think we want to go to the Castle of the Flame.
No, the Castle of the
these.
Flame, no.
Some
Somewhere
other
else.
source of knowledge.
Yeah. Just that one particular source of knowledge is maybe not where we're going with these crystals. For reasons.
Yes.
We'll come across somewhere eventually. Then we'll
Okie doke. In that case, the following day dawns.
About the 6th now.
No, this is now the 7th. The 6th was when you went bandit hunting and lost their tracks. So this is now 7 Shimotsuki. God, it was cold last night. There's frost on the ice on the water now. But only light cloud above, no signs of snow. So you can travel 10 to 1, 2, 3. Anything happened today? Nope. You travel through Kanjimasu, where they're obviously preparing the funeral service. You stop at Ohio Castle. They let you through without searching your packs. And you make it to Hanamishisu.
Sorry,
Very
no,
first.
is how high a castle where the armory is?
No. Your armory with Lord Kanawa is... There is an armory in Hanamishisu. His son is the samurai who rules Hanamishisu, Kanawa Tasuka, and all your weapons are in the Hanamishisu armory.
Okay, so
Okey-doke.
that might be a place to lodge your chain gadget in Yanagi.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. That's
I'll also ask
required.
one of the Ashigaru if
Let's take that
they're
up.
interested in some stock for the armory. We do have some surplus wakizashi. We can get hold of some surplus wakizashi.
Are they interested? If the price is right, yes.
The price is
Okay,
always right.
we may come back shortly. We've got to go and fetch them first.
Okay. Traveling through Hyuga with lethal weapons.
Yeah, we would need some kind of permission first.
So you wish a script to
Allow us to bring some weapons to the armory.
righty-ho. Well, shall we discuss the price first?
Okay, yes.
Okay, he is willing to pay Nobioka prices, since you're going to Nobioka, and for that he will give you the script to bring them back.
Sounds excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Remember, the general price is 18 gold, I think it was.
No, he's willing to offer you half of the Nobioka prices.
Okay, yeah, still
Rather than
9
half of
gold.
Hanamishisu prices.
It's still a lot.
Still a
Still
lot of gold,
quite
yeah.
a bit, yes. And I think it's more money than we have total.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be good.
Okay, so he will scribble out a script for you, and you can travel back to Nobioka. Okay. You hand the packs back to Uncle, and he will recompense you with 2 silver. He can give you 60 copper.
We'll take the 2 silver, thank you.
Do we get all the way from Kanjimasu to Hanamishisu
in
and
one day.
Nobioka in one day?
Let's see. No, you wouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Effectively, after you've bargained with the armory, etc., you've
We'd
probably
be staying
got
in
about
Hanamishisu,
3 reads left today.
or travel to Kona.
Yes, you can. Or you can try and get your parents to put you up for the night.
We'll see what they're saying. I've just sweetened my mum with a silver piece a few days ago.
Well, in that case, there isn't a problem. Your family will put you up quite.
Okay, we stay in Hanamishisu then.
God, all your families will put you up on that. Obviously, the joy and happiness year has still present.
Yeah.
Either that, or your mum put you out in the cold at night. Tells her husband off for thinking such a thing, like Kinzo. Okay, so the following day you wish to travel, and
Nobioka.
it wasn't as cold last night. Didn't drop below 0. No frost. So you wish to travel to from Hanamishisu to Nobioka, and you travel up the Saikaido. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you reach Nobioka. And the guards let you through without a problem.
Lovely.
So they should by now.
Yeah, at this point we probably recognize us.
Yeah. In Nobioka they do, surely.
Well, it's possible. Might still check your packs. Okay, so you arrive on the docks.
Yep. Travel to get round to One Shoes.
Good old One Shoe.
One Shoe is actually sitting there.
So I lost you a bit there, Dave. Sitting
Sorry,
there.
what? One Shoe is actually sitting there chatting with Ishido when you turn up.
Okay.
Ah, he's surprised to see you. He wasn't expecting you back so soon. Thought you were having a holiday in your home village.
Yeah, that we've done with that. We have got a little bit of business to conclude, which will take us a couple of days.
Right.
Was there something you needed?
Well, Ishido was asking whether you would be free to do some work for him.
What kind of work?
He looks at Ishido. I think I'd probably better go and just check that my other warehouse is okay, he says, and leaves the building. Right. Ishido says will tell you that they have been putting together other information, and from what they can tell, this gang from down in Miyazaki are to try and expand north and take over in this area.
That's the rabbits, the Miyazaki ones, isn't it?
Yes. So they would like you to south to Miyazaki and deliver a message.
Is
Of
that a
course.
metaphorical message?
Oh no! They would like you to deliver a message.
Oh, I was hoping the message was a punch in the face.
Well, they would like it left on some unconscious bodies, certainly.
Ah, yeah, it's a metaphorical message.
No,
Perfect. That's-
it's a physical message. He's very clear. It's a physical message, but
Oh,
they would like it left on some unconscious bodies.
yes, please.
Yes,
Yes,
I mean,
please.
we can leave the message, but they will probably not like us giving the message.
Well,
So-
it's up to you how you make them unconscious.
Yeah.
You could drink them under the table, for example.
Oh, I think,
Smiles politely.
Is it
but he
Kinzo or
will leave
Kosa
it-
that's already got a date with him down there?
yeah, Kinzo's already got an appointment. With one or
Kinzo's
two.
already got a date with one of them, aye.
He looked
Oh, well.
surprised. He wasn't aware that you had actually spoken with any of them.
Oh, aye, Kinzo's got pals down there, eh?
Really?
Right. Good thing we got this training in.
So you've been talking with rabbits and didn't think to tell us?
Not been talking with
not,
them.
Not
We-
talking
we don't
with
talk-
them, no. No,
brush,
not talking.
brush with them.
We may have had a fight with them before.
They took a bit of exception to us being in their territory for some reason, so we had to put them straight.
Right. Well, would one of you like to convince him of that? Because it's just been revealed that despite him debriefing you about these Yakuza, you didn't mention that you'd actually been involved with them. So he's a little bit more wary than he was.
Okay, I'll cool his nerves. 13, it's not great.
It's
Hmm.
better than his.
Hey.
Okay, you managed to
Jeez,
persuade.
nothing to worry about, Bushido.
You managed to persuade him that Kyūryū letting out that little snippet of information wasn't that you were hiding it. It was just that you hadn't realised it was so important.
It wasn't significant
Just got to be
before.
aware,
It
Kyūryū
was
is a little bit-
significant. He's just asked you to go and do and rough up some rabbit gang people. He spent an evening talking with you about them and pulling information out of you about them, and you didn't mention you'd already had dealings with them down there. So yes, he was concerned that there might be some ulterior motive behind.
We have no association with them. They're not our friends.
Okay, well, here is the message. He hands over a sealed message, and
Okay.
he would like you to deposit it on the body of one of the rabbit gang. He's not particularly concerned whether it's still breathing when you leave it, but that's up to the rigors of war, etc. And he will proffer a gold for safe delivery of this message.
We will make sure it happens.
Jolly good. He would expect that you would probably be returning faster than you went. But we will wait and see what happens.
Yes, we will be setting about it tomorrow.
Jolly good, jolly good. In that case, he wishes you a pleasant journey and good luck in delivering his message, and he will leave
Yes.
the shack.
Yep. Okay.
And a few minutes later, Wanshu will return.
Bushido, his name is, yeah.
Ishidu. Ishidou.
I think we can do both jobs in one go. Get rid of our Akisashi on the way down.
Okay.
And go pay a visit to the rabbit gang.
Yeah, I mean, they were the nicest last time, so.
Okay.
And we know what to find them.
So, Wanshu will studiously not ask what you have been asked to do.
Yeah, we will not tell him.
Jolly good. Everybody understands each other. Okay.
So the next day, the 9th.
The next day is 9 Shimatsu.
Okay, we will collect together the stuff we're going to sell. How many we got? We have.
We're keeping one of the swords.
Yeah, we got 2 average wakizashi, 1 inferior, and 1 average tanto.
Tanto as well, yeah.
We could take the. Has anybody got any use for the Hankyū? I suppose we have.
What is a Hankyū again?
Well, one man
Just a
bow.
small bow.
Yes.
Ah, okay. No, I've got one already.
Okay, we will take that along, then we'll get rid of it.
Weren't we going to keep a spare one because they break quite easily, bows?
Do they?
You saw.
Be careful.
So far, there's a 33% chance they break in combat.
Yeah.
If they break that easily, they're not much use as a weapon, are they? Really?
Yeah, I mean.
Yes, you've seen 3 used, 1. Yes.
So
Okay.
I'll take the 3 swords and the bow and the tanto, leaving 1 average wakizashi behind.
Okie doke. So you've got 2 average and 1 inferior wakizashi. Are you taking the Hankyū or not?
Yes, we'll take the Hankyū. I've put a mark against those that we'll take it.
Jolly good. Does that reduce your movement rate?
If we spread them out, it shouldn't do. Should it? As 3 speedy guys carry some of the weight each.
Yeah, I mean, I can carry a wakizashi, no problem. Extra.
Is Yanagi going
Four
to
us.
try and buy a Manriki Guzari? If you're still planning on fighting at Rain?
Yes, could do. Well, whilst in Nobuoka, it's probably the best place.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have to get a license.
Not for a Manriki Guzari.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's okay. It's a subdual jobby. Okay, fair enough.
Well, that's just a weighted chain. It's not a martial weapon. You just happen to be use it to carry stuff, restrain dogs, and such like.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to buy one.
Yes.
Okay, you go around the ship's chandlers.
A bit of anchor chain.
Okay.
So-
Not a problem. You are able to buy whatever length Manriki Guzari.
Right. I'm just wondering actually, because I think either. No, I could do a 2 yard and I wouldn't be encumbered, but I wouldn't be able to carry anything else.
Right. Okay.
A 2 yards,
See why you're at-
that's a
see
4
why you
hex
had the
wide
horse.
range of engagement, isn't it?
Yes, it's the same sort of radius as everything. It's a short range weapon.
Yeah. I'll go for the 2 yard.
Okay.
I can.
See if you can increase your strength a bit.
I need more training for that to get my strength up.
Okay. Well, that would set you back 2 silver for a. Sorry, my apologies. 3 silver for a 2 yard.
Okay.
No, hang on. Let's look that up. 2 yard Manriki Guzari is 2 silver.
2 silver.
Yes.
Okay. Purchased.
good. Very well. So you are going to travel south to Hanamishisu on 9 Shimatsuki. Again, it was a freezing cold night last night. Clear skies, obviously the reason. Moderate breeze from the southeast is extremely cold today. It's hovering just above 0. So, best not sleep out tonight. 2. Fine. You reach Connor, and you are stopped, and your packs are searched.
Why?
And they do indeed free, but assume you grip. And they are reluctantly forced to let you through without confiscating your goods. Hang on a second. You don't have a license for this Hankyū. Or this Tanto.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had the Hankyū because I typically used it for my hunting.
You don't have a license for hunting either. You're not from the Daimyo's province, and therefore to carry a weapon in this province is they are giving you an extremely hard time. They are talking about confiscating the Tanto and the Hankyū.
Any way to convince them otherwise, or?
Yes.
I don't bribe.
Yeah.
Dave, are they taking all the Hankyū?
Well, yes. All the ones that you're carrying, because you license. You don't have. They're not mentioned on the script. The script says 3 wakizashi.
Let them take it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna offer him 1 silver piece, because the Hankyū itself is not worth that much.
Okay. Make a BCS roll. So this is Asakura. So 3, 4. What did you roll? No,
11.
on that roll, he's not interested in you bribing him. His lord would have his guts for garters if he realised that he was giving up his duty for money. He looks over his shoulder and sees if anybody heard him.
Well, then you'll just have to take it then.
Fair enough. Okay. They confiscate 2 Hankyū and the Tanto. They would have got the Kazarigama if they'd spotted it, but it's not there. And they then okay.
They did what? Sorry.
Release you to travel down to Hanamishisu.
Okay.
Fair enough. You reach Hanamishisu and you travel to the armory. And we then have a wakizashi for sale. So you have 2 wakizashi at 15,715. So effectively you get half that doubled. And 1 inferior, which I believe is half that, correct? thought so.
Oh, whatever.
So that's... So I believe... That comes to a total of 22 gold, 13 copper. Is that right?
22 gold and 32 copper.
22 gold, 13 silver, 22...
So 13 silver, hang on.
13 silver, 22 copper.
Nice.
Yeah, with that we can buy some actual armor.
Okay. Just let's work out what we've got. There we got that. 22, 13, 32. And then we've got another 2 there. And 5 silver there. And 16 copper.
Now you've been carrying all this and not telling anybody.
No, it's just we've been divvying money up, but we've just been leaving the remainder behind, if you like.
Yeah.
So we've not bothered to faff around.
There's another
with little
number.
Bits. 21 there, isn't it?
Also,
And then
I hate to be that guy, but is the guy that's just joined us getting a share of this money for stuff that we did when he wasn't here? Wouldn't think so, eh?
No?
I mean, I don't mean to seem selfish, but like it probably we wouldn't be like giving him a share of that, like all this gold that we've just earned when he's just arrived today. Do you know what I mean?
well,
that
should we
case-
give him?
Give him something, but yeah, I don't think he should be getting all this riches from all these swords and stuff. Like,
So there are 4 of us excluding Yanagi. Yanagi out there.
yeah, we should give him the change.
Yeah, so if everybody takes 5 gold for a start,
Yep.
that leaves 2 left for Yanagi. 5 gold onto yourself.
I won't take the 2 gold. I didn't do any work to earn it.
Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
if you're joining us, we need you to be like spending that on arms and armor to be better equipped.
Yeah,
So,
you might need to buy some equipment.
yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, if it's an investment to be a better contribution to the group, then that's fair enough. But thank you.
that's 5 silver.
Nice. Yeah, I wasn't trying to cut you out of getting any money. I just thought it was reasonable that probably shouldn't be getting like a full share of all this, because it's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then there's 12 copper.
Besides, if you give me too many coins, you're going to slow me down even further.
I know, you can't give him too much. Because he'll fall out and not be able to move.
Well, you can take the gold and just not leave the...
Yeah, we've just given him the 2 gold, but not giving him any of the other stuff. We'll just leave what's left in the pot.
Yep. Fair enough.
Which is 1 of those and 3 of those. Oops.
So what's everybody got out of that? 2 gold... Sorry, 4 gold. 5 gold.
5 gold, 5 silver, and 12 copper. We
Oof,
gave 2 gold to the new guy.
luxury.
Aye. So I'll cross off those, because we lost those. Let's tidy it up a bit. So everybody should be rolling in cash now.
You. I think we buy some real armor.
Okay.
Because the partial is only 8, so we can actually can. Actually, can you, if you buy, let's say, partial light, can you like upgrade that into light for a lesser price, or is it still the full price?
Yes. No, you effectively you can buy more bits to add on.
So
So you
I've,
basically pay the difference.
so I've got partial light Ashigaru. I would just need to pay the difference to upgrade it to light Ashigaru.
Correct. It is designed to be kind of assembled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't go from like full light to partial heavy, can you?
That's different, isn't it?
That's a completely different type of armor.
Different set of armor.
Okay.
Light and heavy is different types of armor, so you would need to buy the whole.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Do you want to just try and get us to Miyazaki Day before we wind up?
Certainly. Let us see how your trip goes. So, if you would care to knock off... hang on. I said they'd let you stay the night, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So you are staying the night. So, travelling south. So you set off south. 2, 3. You get stopped to the Roto higher, but pass through quickly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you wish to stop at Uminasai?
If it's means avoiding camping, yes.
You've travelled 9 ri. If you
Yeah, I
push
don't
it, you could get to Hayo, but Yanagi might be suffering a bit.
No, we need people to be fit when we get there.
Okay. So you travelled to Uminasai without. The weather is still cold and clear. And sub-zero temperatures again tonight. Just a good brisk walk, and you should be fine. So you set off south from
Cool.
there. 1,
Is that
2,
how many copper for the inn at Uminasai?
3.
Just give us the total cost at the end of what we all owe.
Okay, fine. So you get. You get stopped at the border at the customs at Ima Castle, and you lose an hour. So you can only travel 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to Ikagetsu. And following day, you will reach Miyazaki safely.
What day is that? We're about there.
Day
So,
12.
Sorry.
Day
so
12.
you will reach on the Miyazaki on the 12th.
On the 12th. Okay. And what do we owe in expenses on the way?
Nothing for Hanam. 3, 6. So 6 copper each for staying in inns in Uminasai and Mishu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I suggest we leave
We'll
it
get
there.
food.
And we will leave it there before you enter the gates. Sorry, before you
Yes.
enter to
Well, we
Miyazaki.
storm Miyazaki.
Eee.